Moving on now, Sri Lanka has a new president. Ranil Wickremesinghe, six-time Prime Minister and a veteran politician, took oath this morning in the Lankan Parliament. He has been appointed as the 8th Executive President of the island nation. He was sworn in by the Lankan Chief Justice after being elected with 134 votes in the 225-member Parliament yesterday. He defeated ruling SLPP's Dallas Alaha Perumal, who got 82 votes. According to reports, Wickremesinghe is expected to form a cabinet not exceeding 30 ministers. He is also widely expected to invite his schoolmate, former Public Administration Minister Dinesh Gunawardena, to be the Prime Minister of the unity government.
We in Parliament are being questioned by the people as to why we cannot work together. Why are we trying to compete with each other at the risk of destroying the country? And there are many people who have these viewpoints, who feel there is a change necessary, and people who say so non-violent, without destruction. It is they we should help together with the silent majority. For those who seek to destroy, to threaten democracy, they must then be dealt with the law, by the law. For the others, I would like to bring everyone together so that a national consensus is formed as to the way forward.
Meanwhile, protests continued in Colombo against Wickremesinghe. His appointment, he is considered to be a loyalist of the Rajapaksa clan. The protesters even stormed his private residence, as you know, seeking his resignation earlier this month. However, the newly sworn-in president has refuted protesters' charge while speaking to the media during a temple visit ahead of the swearing-in ceremony yesterday. Wickremesinghe was asked about his loyalty to the Rajapaksa family, to which he said that he has always opposed the Rajapaksas.
How am my old friend the Rajapaksa? When did I know the Rajapaksa? I have been opposing them all this time. You come here today and tell me I am a friend.
However, his supporters believe that Wickremesinghe and his appointment, which comes after former President Gotabaya Rajapaksa fled to Singapore earlier this month, will help in resolving the country's ongoing economic crisis, as the country is witnessing the worst economic crisis since its independence. Meanwhile, US Central Intelligence Agency has blamed Chinese investments as one of the major factors for Sri Lanka's economic woes, warning against the Chinese investments. The agency's chief, Wilburn, said that Sri Lanka is heavily indebted to China. He further added that the country has made some really dumb bets about their economic future and are suffering catastrophic consequences. And for more on this, our correspondent, Dasunia Thoda, has sent us this report. Let's listen in.
It is no secret that the newly elected executive president of Sri Lanka, Ranil Wickremesinghe, does face some form of backlash and dissent from a section of the public. As the moment he was elected as the president, protests broke out in central Colombo yesterday, and a faction of the protesters who now occupy one of the main protest sites are saying that they will continue their protests and their efforts in protest until the newly elected president is also sent home. However, in somewhat of an interesting turn of events, opposition leader Sajith Premadasa in a tweet said that he did in fact meet with the newly elected president and that will be looking towards working in tandem with the new president to overcome the current crisis situation in the country. So stay with WION as we analyze the latest of what transpires here in Sri Lanka, especially given that President Ranil Wickremesinghe yesterday, speaking to the media, did reiterate that he in fact is not an ally of the Rajapaksas, a key accusation that has been thrown towards them. Reporting for WION from Colombo, I'm Dasunia Thoda.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.